Good evening, guys. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multinational headquartered group based out Singapore. Professionally speaking, we are a multi-asset, multinational hedge fund. But having said that, and I did repeat it many a times, that we are a proprietary hedge fund. By proprietary, I mean to say no third party. I repeat, no third party can invest capital in our funds. On time-to-time basis, and specifically 2017 onwards, I am consistently saying that the startup ecosystem, with the help of so-called venture capitalist, private equities, and now sovereign wealth fund, is nothing but a shady system. I must be making this video on 11th November 2022. This again proved in the public. I'm not looking for any certifications or any award from anyone because I know that the prediction I made is now a successful prediction. You guessed it very right. I'm talking about FTX. None of the media house after the collapse of FTX is talking about this issue, but I am going to be talking on this issue. According to the public information, there are 5 people who invested money in FTX. Number 1 is the SoftBank. Number 2 is the Sequoia Capital. Number 3 is the Tiger Global. Number 4th is the BlackRock. And number 5th is the Temasek, Sovereign Wealth Fund of Singapore, owned by government of Singapore. Please don't be surprised because Temasek invested in many loss-making companies in India. I told you many times, for you, Singapore may be a very honest country, a country with lot of rules, regulations, procedures, governance. But if you look internally, then Singapore is a tax haven. Singapore awarded banking licensing to loss-making companies. Singapore, sovereign wealth fund Temasek invested the government money, the investors' money in many loss-making companies and playing valuation. And now in FTX also, the Temasek name coming into the picture. I tried very hard. I repeat, I tried very hard to get to know that how much these all 5 invested in FTX. But unfortunately, there is no concrete figure I got on the internet. Yes, few articles claiming it is $2 billion, few articles claiming $2.5 billion, few articles claiming $1 billion. Which one is right figure? I have no information because FTX is a private company, not listed, thankfully. Because of this, the annual report of FTX is not in public. It is not on Reuters. Henceforth, I am thoroughly dependent on the information which is coming up in public. But yes, after 3 days of bankruptcy, you can say, one thing which is very clear And now many articles are talking about this, that FTX having a shoddy business model, which effectively means that the corporate governance of FTX was always at stake. The first thing that hits me, FTX is a Bahamas based company. Bahamas. Bahamas is a tax haven. One thing I always fail to understand, why people incorporate their companies in tax haven. Because if you are incorporating your company in tax haven, then the first reaction is definitely, you know what I mean. And this is something I always think so. One thing which I always saying in the public domain, somebody who goes up exorbitantly, I repeat, exorbitantly, he has to come down. This is a law which no one in the universe can violate. FTX is founded in 2019, which means barely 3 years old institution. And you would be very surprised to know that at a given point of time, the so-called SBF, I should better call him Warren Buffett, because many media articles at a given point of time titled him the Warren Buffett. His net worth was 32 billion US dollars. 32 billion US dollars. And today, his net worth is zero. More than 1 billion, according to public information. I repeat, according to public information, more than 1 billion worth of money, client money, is already gone, is already missing. And according to few articles, somewhere between 1 billion to 10 billion, which is a big figure, by the way, 1 billion to 10 billion worth of investors' money transferred to his trading company, Alameda Research. God knows what is Alameda Research, where it is incorporated, in which asset Alameda Research used to trade, who were the traders, in which bank account the money was lying, which bank did the due diligence and not asked FTX that where the hell is this 1 billion to 10 billion is coming, how much losses we have in the books of Alameda Research. We have no information about this, but one information I have is a company founded in 2019 raised at least a couple of billion, according to public information, at a given point of time reached $32 billion of net worth, fooled millions of investors worldwide, millions of investors, and we should credit it Bloomberg for this regard. I have so many articles, so many screenshots from Bloomberg that they always invite people who hold shorty background. The banks from Credit Suisse, JP Morgan, Barclays, Citi, Goldman Sachs, UBS, all these banks they are inviting, who on a periodic basis doing frauds, not once in a blue moon, on a periodic basis doing frauds. And this person, SBF, is invited regularly by Bloomberg Crypto. Please, there is a separate videos which Bloomberg uploads as far as the Bloomberg Crypto is concerned. You please refer this video. You will yourself get to know about this, what I'm talking. There is a show called David Robertson Show. You will find this on the YouTube. And you will see that David Robertson took around 30 minutes of interview of this gentleman, SBF, I am talking. And David Robertson name regularly came on Bloomberg. You mean to say these private equity firms, SoftBank, Sequoia, BlackRock, Tiger Global, and Temasek, they never did any due diligence. The money which clients are investing, where is this money going? They never did any due diligence. And I repeat, if they not did any due diligence, then they are equally responsible as SBF. Because now SBF or FTX is bankrupt, which precisely means several billion worth of clients' money is zero. Because once you bankrupt, it means you will have a judicial management and your assets are always limited as compared to the liabilities. Common sense. The shoddy private equity and venture capitalist model, which based on billions of valuation, is coming to an end. Oyo, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, Paytm, Policy Bazaar, Nykaa, Delivery, Flipkart, FTX. The list is very long, guys. Peloton. Very long, very long. Please don't ask me the list. I need to take several printouts to explain the list. This all coming to an end. All coming to an end. And you know what is my biggest worry? My biggest worry is not that it will end. My biggest worry is several million investors worldwide. Several million investors worldwide who invested in these loss-making companies, they would all become zero as far as their investments are concerned. I was reviewing Flipkart, I was reviewing Paytm, I was reviewing Coursera, I was reviewing almost, do you know, guys, Coursera holds $600 million. $600 million of accumulated net losses. Congratulations. $600 million. 2020 loss, 2021 loss, 2022 first 3 quarters loss. Do you knew that Coursera, I think somewhere in April 2021 was having a share price of around $54 around. Today, they are having a share price of around $14, which means the evaporation of 70%. 70% of the investors' money. I repeat, 70% of the investors' money is already evaporated. All those who tend to believe that Sequoia invested, BlackRock invested, Temasek invested, Tiger Global invested, this invested, this invested. It means they're done with their due diligence. Now they are waking up. And when I told this in 2007, people were laughing because you are talking about big names. Guys, no due diligence is done. Very recently, we saw Zilingo in Singapore. Binance. Do you know today Binance came up a report and Binance said that they are having 70 billion around worth of reserves, and out of 70 billion, around 40% of that is their own coins. Einstein needs to be called from heaven to make people understand that out of 70 billion of investment, 40% is your own coins. Because I can't handle this. I'm telling you, I can't handle this. Your reserves should have maximum 10 to 12% of your coins. Maximum. And here it is 40%. How much is the MTM losses? No one having any idea. No one having any idea how much is the MTM losses. You please check the Binance share price performance in the last 2 years or say 1 year. Please check yourself. Guys, I'm telling you one thing very clearly. Like I told you in 2018, and to me, it barely matters how many like, comment, subscribers, views I'm getting. Because I know that my message is reaching to the right person. This model is about to collapse. And the collapse would be very big. I am warning you right away. It would be very, very big. And the losses would be severe. I'm telling you. FTX is just a demo. Rest, you wait. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. You know my number, +91 9899 242 978.